Over the years, there have been many critically acclaimed documentaries, some exposing vile people of the world, some wondrous world wonders, some of them even devilish creatures from beyond our comprehension. The documentary of today's subject does none of these things. It is about a man, a rags to riches story, a disappearance. But who is this man? Where did he come from? And more importantly, where did he go? All this and more. Welcome to the Thomas Welsh Documentary.
Climbing up on Salisbury Hill, I could see the city light. Wind was blowing, time stood still. Eagle flew out of the night. He was something to observe. Came in close, I heard a voice, standing, stretching every nerve. I had to listen, had no choice. I did not believe the information, just had to trust imagination. My heart going boom, boom, boom. Son, he said, grab your things, I've come to take you home.
Not much is known about Thomas Welsh's life. We knew he had a wife who he described as a fat cow. He had a son, but he died tragically in a hunting accident, hit by a stray bullet and then eaten for dinner. This didn't seem to affect Thomas very much, because he eventually came into contact with Troy Grimes, also known as Yeats. They made a series on YouTube called the Thomas Welsh Documentary, documenting Thomas Welsh's life and his crazy shenanigans. Now, I'm going to talk a lot about this documentary, so we're all on the same page. Just in case you haven't seen it, here's a rundown. Okay, rundown. Pay attention. There will be a test. Beginning of the documentary. First 3 videos, random shenanigans between Thomas Welsh and Troy Grimes, and all this culminates in Thomas Welsh shooting Troy Grimes. Next video starts, Troy finds Thomas Welsh in an abandoned construction zone. Thomas Welsh is now homeless. This is the beginning of the Thomas Welsh's homeless arc. In multiple videos, he finds different places, different homes, like a house in a nuclear shelter and the forest. This arc culminates in, guess what? Thomas shooting Troy Grimes again. Next time we see Thomas Welsh, Troy Grimes is filming in the old trailer park. When he comes across Thomas with his leg broken, says his fat wife sat on it. This is the beginning of the Thomas Welsh is a billionaire arc. He's all of a sudden has a bunch of money. He owns the trailer park. He owns all these amazing things. And then shenanigans ensue. Next video, they're in a different trailer park. Thomas later explains he had to buy this one because his wife Elga owns the other one, and it is now called Elga Land. He also explains where he got all the money. He robbed a bank. It's during these few videos that they visit lots of locations, one of which will be important later, Elga Welsh's fat tubes, as Thomas describes. This is when the documentary ends in the final video, when Thomas Welsh is tragically knocked out by a falling branch. Now that you know the story of Thomas Welsh, it's time we visit a tragedy in his life. The death of his brother, Mud Welsh, beaten senselessly with an inflatable bat. There was one witness to this crime. This is the humble abode of that witness, and we're here to talk to her. So how long before the incident would you say you knew Mud Welsh?
I'd say probably like 2 or 3 years. Seemed like a cool, just chill guy.
Chill guy, yeah. Were you guys close?
Not really.
Oh. Describe the Mud Welsh incident to me.
Where do I begin? I mean, it was terrible. Thomas Welsh, he came over while Mud Welsh and I were just chilling on this big stage in New Jersey, and Thomas just came over with this big inflatable bat. And I didn't even know inflatable bats could be so deadly, because he beat Mud Welsh to the ground with it. It was terrible. He was curled up and so defenseless, he couldn't do anything. I didn't know what to do. I ran off the stage and I ran back. I didn't know what to do. Get out some tissues.
here at the location of Elga Welsh's Fat Tubes. It appears they have migrated, but there's a chance she's still here. I'm gonna try and track her down. She may know the location of Thomas Welsh. Elga Welsh! Are you here? We are now at Thomas Welsh's trailer park, which has since fallen into disarray since his disappearance. In fact, this house is his own home, the site of his last known location, right behind this place. Come on. We tried to go to the other trailer park, Elga Land, but that didn't really work out. This is Elga Land, the other trailer park. There may be some evidence of where Thomas Welsh could have gone.
We don't use that name around here.
Follow. Come this way. This is where the incident happened. This is where it all ended in the documentary. This is where the mystery really started. This is where the branch fell. He was standing right here, minding his own business, enjoying the beautiful day, when a branch fell from the sky and hit him in the head. Got knocked out. There's only one man that knows what happened to him after this. That's next. So how did you come in contact with Thomas Welsh?
Well, I wanted to make a documentary, and I needed someone to interview. So I was scrolling on Craigslist one day, and there was an ad for a guy that'll do anything for $25. So I hit him up, and he said he was down to make a documentary.
Very interesting.
That's where it went.
So at the end of the documentary, a stick fell on Thomas Welsh's head, and he got knocked out. Only you know what happened. Can you tell us?
So after the stick fell on Thomas, he was knocked out, and he was laying there on the ground. I called 911, and I was waiting for the cops to come and the ambulance, and it was probably about 10 minutes. No one was showing up, and then out of nowhere, a spaceship flies in and just scoops him up. He gets sucked up into the spaceship, and that was the last time I ever saw him.
The spaceship?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, after our long investigation, we could not find Thomas Welsh. We interviewed everyone we could not track him down. Please, if you have any information on his whereabouts, contact me.